Was that the bite of 87?
Hello everyone and welcome back to another review. This one is 5984, the Lunar Limo. It's from Space Police 3 and it's quite the awesome set. Potentially one of my favorite sets ever, if I'm going to be perfectly honest. You know, every Lego fan I'm sure has that one set that they couldn't find, you know, their adversary, the one that got away. This was that set for me for the longest time, but I obtained it. And it's a long story, but I'm going to, you know, show it off to you guys. Here's the, you know, weird product images in the back. I don't know why they put these here. And then here are all the other sets, which, you know, I honestly think I have all the best sets. I was never a huge fan of the big, you know, police station. I've never actually seen it in person, I don't think, at least. But it's, I don't know. From what I've seen, it's not the best. Yeah, this set has a lot of cool pieces. I'll definitely check it out on, like, Bricklink or something. But we're just going to get into the build. So, yeah, see you then. Whew, that was a super fun build. Now, a couple things I forgot to mention. This thing does have, it depends on who you ask, 391 pieces, and they use those pieces very well. This thing is just humongous. Let's just get size comparisons out of the way, because this thing is, you know, it's not too tall. It goes up to about Tahoe's size, but it's three Tahoe's long. It's one of the longest spaceships I own. And I own, you know, Benny's Spaceship, and the Axelara and stuff, and it is on par with those beauties. It's just an absolute behemoth, and I think it makes great use of its pieces, because those sets are mildly bigger. And another thing that's kind of interesting is the set actually has an alternate name, which is the Brick Mamba. I think that's absolutely awesome. I think Brick Mamba sounds a little bit cooler than Lunar or Limo. They both sound pretty great, though. You know, alliteration is something we like. And oh boy, this thing is hefty. It's crazy. So let's start off with these headlights, I guess. They're on these light posts, and you see the whole cab section really has a nice curvature to it. You can see the hood ornament is just the Brick Daddy's head. We'll take a look at him a little bit later, but it's just his head in gold, which I absolutely love. And then here we have a pretty nice pinstriping sticker. We get a bunch of these pinstriping stickers. You can see on these little winglets. Actually has like the Black Hole Gang logo. This is like the kind of main Black Hole Gang vehicle. The bottom is nothing special to look at. It actually looks kind of bad in my opinion towards the engine area, and it's pretty, you know, flat up here, but I think it works out and it looks pretty great. The engine block is so huge it blocks the freaking windscreen, whatever, and It's completely gold and completely awesome, and it's just awesome, pure awesomeness. And the curvature continues here, pretty great. The shaping for this whole thing I think is pretty awesome. Here we have a antennae that you can adjust, and it's sticking up, but it looks pretty good. One could say it's like a little awkward, but I think it looks pretty good. Here we have these repulsors in the back, and I think they look pretty good. They mildly feel tacked on a little bit, but they match the overall shaping. And you got some side view mirrors, and then these super cool yellow windows, which I think look great. You can actually see the drivers in there, which I think is a very nice touch. The cockpit here doesn't seem completely put together. That's kind of scary. And don't mind the body in the trunk here. Nothing to see here. Jedi visitors, go back to your drinks. Let me just move him off to the side. Yeah, you can see that the trunk is humongous, and you can fit a body in there. It's perfectly sized to fit a body, which is kind of morbid Lego. You can see the license plate, which says Brick Mamba, which I think is pretty cool. And you got these really retro backup lights, rear lights, just lights. I think they look pretty cool. The pinstriping has bullet holes, which is kind of weird. Wonder what happened there. And let's open up the canopy. And you can see the cockpit area is humongous. Again, I've used that word like 3 times now. Here we have Brick Daddy and his little hover thing. It's literally just a Gatling gun with a handle. I love this thing. It spins up very nicely. And I don't know how this thing flies. It has wings, and it's literally just a Gatling gun with a handle. I love it. Really adds to the whole theming of this thing. I gotta stop playing around with this. It's too much fun. And we're gonna remove Jas in here, get him out of the way. And it's mildly, boring. There's not too much to see in here. A modern day version of this would definitely have more stuff in here, but it's pretty big. You can fit like 4 or 5 minifigs in here. It has a big chair back there, and then a little console area. I do wish that the seats were more seaty, if that makes sense. As of right now, they look kind of weird. They have like black cushioning. You can see there's some joysticks back there, and a sticker, which is kind of hard to see. It's a pretty cool sticker. I very much like it. I think all the stickers in the set are actually really good as far as stickers go. And on the sticker note, I forgot to show you, there's some pinstriping on the sides of these things, these winglets, which I think look pretty great. All around, the vibe of this thing is excellent. It's huge. It doesn't have too many action features. Oh yeah, I actually forgot to show you the only real action feature it has, which is this bullet. If you push back here, it's the Technic Competition Boyo. My favorite launcher probably ever out of Lego. Just works so well, and it's so easy to find the bullets, and they don't kill your friends, and pretty great all around. Just this vehicle has really good vibes, pretty awesome. It can fit tons of people, super fun. My only complaint really is I wish the cab area was a little more detailed. Maybe it feels kind of plain, but you can always add your own pieces. Besides that, I feel like this set is pretty great. Another complaint I can kind of think of is it does break quite easily. I'll get into that a little bit later, but for now, why don't we take a look at the minifigs? Alright, well, here we have, can you guess his name? I'm actually very surprised about his name. It's not Officer 16, it's Officer 14. If you know what I'm talking about, then congratulations. I'm very pissed off about it. I don't like their names. I wish his name was like Scophilopodopodus or something. Anything, man. But same figure basically as before. He just has a different face. Which this face is very boring. Not a huge fan of it. He just has pretty big eyebrows, but then this face, I think it's kind of funny. This guy has some personality. I do respect that. The other guy didn't have a double face. This guy has some personality, and there's the back printing if you wanted to see it. And here we have Jocelyn. This is actually the only set, I believe, I've ever reviewed that has the same figure as another set I've reviewed. Pretty crazy, but he's a great figure, one of my favorites. He has a file, a bunch of stuff, his name, eyes, spiky spikes, all that good, YouTube description stuff. And he can fit a bar in his jaw, his big meaty jaw. He's pretty great. Alright, here we have him. He's exclusive to the set. He's the leader of the Black Hole Gang. He is Brick Daddy. I love this guy. He's so weird. He has so much personality. He's like this purple suited gangster with the freaking skull. So his pants and arms are completely purple. So is his hat. It's just the standard hat. I believe it's old mold at this point, and it's in purple. But his chest is pretty cool. He has this kind of dirty jacket or overcoat, overshirt, whatever, and it's purple and has lots of cool details. It has the Black Hole Gang medallion, and it's really beat up. And here's his face. There's his head. His head's pretty weird, and it's exclusive to the set. It does come in 2 colors, though, which is pretty cool. And he has these really creepy eyes. Now, his head's glow in the dark, which I'm sure you've noticed. So I'm going to show that off because it's very powerful. Look at that. That is so cool. It shows up so well on camera. It is very, very vibrant. Lego glow in the dark is super great, always, and he's no exception. There it is without the hat. You can see most of the glowy juice is in his TT area, but I think that's great. I absolutely love it. Oh yeah, and it's kind of hard to see, but if you have the lights off and you look inside of the windows just right, you can see a very creepy glowing skull. Oh, there we go. We got a peek of it. I think that's super cool. If you set them up just right, you can catch that thing from a mile away, and it just looks super distinct and kind of creepy. I think it's a really nice touch. Alrighty-o, so would I recommend this set? Yes. I think it's incredible. Again, I said this about the other Space Police vehicle, but it's basically, no, it is one of a kind. We don't even really get Lego limos that often, just normal ones. Especially super crazy, pimped out space ones. So I think, yeah, you should definitely get this set. One of a kind. Very great. Definitely has a crown jewel quality. I think, dare I say, it's the best set, or one of the better sets to come out of Space Police 3. I don't know, it captures all the personality, in my opinion. And it doesn't have, I don't know, I don't get too many of the weird kind of human expansion race vibes, the weird thing that everyone talks about. You know what I'm talking about. The weird thing. It doesn't have too many of that vibe, of those vibes, which I think is pretty great. One major gripe I have with this set, which I've not brought up, is it falls apart kind of easily. And almost in every area. A lot of things are, I don't want to say tacked on. They're obviously intended to be there. They just fall off rather easily, like the side thrusters and then the big wingy things on the front. All of those fall off very easily. The antennae fall off very easily. The light in the back falls off very easily. The tail lights, all of those things fall off very easily. In this set, I've actually had for a couple years. I got it back in, I don't know, 2017, 2018? More like 2017. And it actually broke. It completely shattered. I had a shelf that had all my favorite Lego ships on it, like the Axelora, Benny Spaceship, so on and so forth. And that shelf fell. I don't know what happened. It fell in the night. It was very sad. But it woke me up, and it was very sad. And all those sets, except for the Axelara, were shattered. Besides the Axelara, which actually had a couple broken pieces, which is very unfortunate. the sets didn't actually like break. They just totally like disintegrated. It was crazy, and this set was especially bad about that. And I think it's a kind of big problem. So I'd just be very, 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 very careful with it if you get it. Mine is actually still in really good condition, even though it fell from like 7 feet, which is kind of weird. I did replace a few of the pieces, but it's basically like new. Some of the stickers are a little grimy, but that's because I got this used. Let's talk price. Originally in 2010, it came out in 2010. It retailed for $40 US, which piece-wise I think is pretty terrible. Even though it comes with a lot of big pieces, size-wise, well, I guess those are kind of the same thing. Size-wise, I feel like it's pretty good. It's a hardy set. It's pretty heavy, and it's around 3 Tahoos long. So they use the small amount of pieces they have very, very well, and they're, semi-big. So I'd say it's kind of worth the price. Inflated, though, I don't know about that. The used price, though, on websites like Bricklink and Brickset and even eBay have this thing at like a whopping $100 US used, which even though I have this set, and I might sell it one day, I think that's kind of sort of way too much. It does come with a few exclusive pieces, and this is like Brick Daddy's head. Like, this is the only set it appears in, and it comes in 2 colors. And there are a few other like gold pieces that are mildly rare. This set comes with a ton of gold pieces. Like, it comes with 27 of the gold studs. Like, it is crazy. It's very pimped out. I think that's very great. But yeah, this thing, I don't know why the price has artificially inflated like crazy. But I have seen a handful for 50. I even saw one for $30. But it was like in pieces, and I think it was missing a bunch of stuff. So yeah, I think the inflated retail price is good enough, which I think is around $60-ish, $60-$70. I think that's an okay price. The set is rather large, and honestly bigger than some like $100 sets we get nowadays. But yeah, I wouldn't pay necessarily like $120 for this. I don't know why it's so pricey. It's kind of weird. Another small issue I have is the minifigs a little bit. Agent 14, Officer 14, he's fine. I think he's one of the more expressive just police officers. He has a jetpack and a gun. He's okay. And I do believe he's exclusive to the set. He's good. He's fine. And Brick Daddy is incredible. As much as I love Jocelyn, he's one of my favorite minifigs ever, I do think he doesn't really belong in this set. I think there should have been another new figure, especially because there are a small amount of new villains introduced in this season of Space Police, especially since most of them are just recolors of past figures. Almost all of them, except for Jocelyn and Brick Daddy. So I think that's kind of dumb, honestly. I wish Jocelyn was replaced by just a new figure, like a driver of some sort. I think it would have been really funny if there was a really bizarre chauffeur or something, or I don't know, something interesting like that. Because Jocelyn comes in 3 out of the 5 sets from this wave, which I think is kind of ridiculous. And it's even more ridiculous saying as he can't see out the freaking window. Yeah, that's annoying. I don't know why they did that. Anyway, ignoring all of that, I think this is a great set. Very cool. I'm going to put this on display, hanging from the ceiling somewhere. Very cool. And definitely the magnum opus of Space Police. Try. Thry, however you want to pronounce it. I believe that's all I have to say. It was kind of a mouthful, but, that's what she said. Alright, anyway, peace out.